Welcome back, everybody. Renewable energy. Did you know that while traditional energy costs are rising, solar power costs have fallen 67% over the past 5 years? Yet, only 1 to 2% of the electricity generated in the U.S. comes from the sun. So this morning, SunPower's solar energy expert, Whitney Torres, joins us to discuss some of those benefits. Good morning, Whitney. Nice to have you with us.
Thanks for having me.
Whitney, what kind of advancements have we seen in solar power?
Well, we've seen a lot of advancements, and as you mentioned, only 1 to 2% of the electricity in the U.S. comes from solar, but with the advancements, solar is becoming more and more mainstream every day and more prevalent, and some of those advancements have been aesthetic. So solar panels are looking really, really good these days, and the install efficiency has really improved as well. So not only do they look really nice on your roof, but they're really easy to get up there. And then, of course, cost. That's very important to people, and the cost of solar has actually come down 67% over the last 5 years.
That's
so
amazing.
It's been pretty significant.
Whitney, you know what's interesting is my parents just had this done. They have a house and they put the solar panels on the back side of the roof that don't show from the street. So cosmetically, it's perfect. But who else would be a great candidate for solar?
Well, anybody who owns their home, first of all, is a good candidate for solar. And then the direction of the roof, as you mentioned, is important. And, you know, whether it's the back or the front, I think solar looks great. So the front is good too. And then, you know, making sure that you don't have any significant shading. But most people are a good candidate for solar.
You know, it's amazing because we're seeing some video, and you can see where some of the solar panel companies are making them look aesthetically like the roof itself. There's going to be a time where you're not going to notice that this is anything different from a regular roof, huh?
Right. Yeah. There's been a lot of innovation in the solar space, and in particular in terms of efficiency. So the amount of electricity that you get from your solar panels is very important because, of course, that's where your savings comes in. You want to offset as much of your bill as possible. And so having an efficient solar panel is really important.
So, Whitney, even here in Buffalo, New York, where we have some heavy-duty winters, it would pay for us to check into solar power, because if you have a house and you get a lot of sun exposure on the roof, this will work for you.
Well, even in New York, I mean, you guys have over 150,000 solar homes there, so you have a lot of solar and a lot of sun. Even with the winters, solar panels produce solar electricity even in cloudy conditions, and so it's still a great environment for solar.
Yes, and I understand that certainly once you have them installed, it outweighs the installation cost and eventually starts paying you back. And I think a lot of people have been very, very happy to also know that it's a very clean, efficient system.
Yeah, exactly. There's so many benefits. So there's the environmental benefits, which are abundant, right? And powering your home from the sun, no emissions. And then the savings benefit is huge because every month you're eliminating your electricity bill. And instead what you're doing is you're spending that money on something that has equity, that has a return on investment, that pays for itself in terms of savings. And then, of course, there's the tax credit. The tax credit is 30% of the system price. So that helps people spend less on their taxes and instead invest that in their home.
You're giving us a lot to think about.
It's really a great opportunity.
Yeah, Whitney Torres, thank you so much. And we're going to let our viewers go to this us.sunpower.com if they would like more information.